Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am doing a Glamnetic press-on nails haul. And I'm also gonna do an application of them. I'm gonna do a little manicure. I hope you enjoy today's video. So I did a haul, or I did a big old order from Glamnetic nails. I've had these before. I've never ordered from their website. I always got them at Ulta, but this came so quickly. Like I ordered in the evening and then 2 days later it was at my doorstep. So that was pretty amazing. So first thing is well, on the top here is the press-on nail remover. I have not actually used this and obviously I'm not gonna use it today, but I will be trying that out at another time and I'll let you know how that goes. This is the only thing in this package that I haven't used from them before. So our first set of nails, and I've had these ones before. This is boba, and these are like an almond, and they are black, shiny black. Oh, I got a brush-on nail glue. This I have used. This is one of my favorite nail glues. This is part of the Valentine's Day collection. What is this? All Time Love. So it's a French style manicure. So it has a light pink tip. And then on one of the French tip, it has a little bit of like a lace kind of detail. And then there's one nail that's all solid pink, like that kind of like neutral nail pink. And then it has a little bit of that. Can you see? It has a little bit of that detail. I saw these and then I was like, I'm doing an order. Then we have Merlot. So this, it's gonna be a little hard to see. Let me turn up my light a little bit, maybe. This is like a matte, so like the lower part, it's like a French tip style. Again, you can tell that I really like that style. These are like a matte, deep wine color, but the tip is shiny, like the tip, like the French tip is shiny, but the rest is matte. I thought that was really cool. This came out with the fall collection, and they also have it, this kind of style in like a brown, if you're into that. And this should be the last set. This is Madame, and I used to get this all the time. It's just like a classic French manicure. And that is everything in the package. So, what do I want to wear? I think because we're going into Valentine's Day, I'm going to go in with this All Time Love and go for that today. So I'm gonna set up for my manicure here. I'm gonna have like something to protect my table and then a little piece to wipe off any glue that oozes out the side. That's how I like to do it. I'm gonna open this nail glue before I try to get started here. And this is what the nail glue looks like, pretty standard. Let's see, what comes in the box? Is there alcohol wipes? I forget. It's been a while since I've had press-on nails. I took a break for a while. One for like my nails were getting a little thin. And the second is I wanted to save a little bit towards my emergency fund for a bit. I kind of go in waves between saving for my emergency and then like doing fun things with my money. It's important to have a balance, I think, in my personal opinion. I'm gonna put that to the side. I am gonna keep the box because there's gonna be extra nails, obviously. Maybe that's not obvious. Shouldn't say so. Okay, there is an alcohol wipe. Okay, cool. And then there's little instructions, girly. Been there, done that. There is a push tool, that's good. And then there is a smaller nail glue. I like to keep this squeezy tube one in my purse in case a nail pops off. And then we have a little buffer. I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. Let's see, what do I wanna do first? I guess we'll push back the nail and then, you know, the cuticle. I shouldn't say the nail, we're not pushing the nail back. Oh my God, that'd be horrifying. That would be horrifying. So how's everybody doing? I hope this style of video is pretty fun. I've never done a nail video before because I hate my natural nails, and because they always end up really short because I inherited my mom's very brittle, thin nails. So I never really like having them super natural. I like having some kind of nail on. I don't go to the nail salon to get acrylics because I find acrylics to be extremely damaging. It's also really expensive, and you know, I'm all for nail techs being paid their worth. I, you know, understand it's an art. It takes a lot of time for them. There's a lot of training and certification. So I don't say this to like poo-poo on you know, their pricing and all that. It's just not in my budget personally. Each one of these nail sets is somewhere between $15.99 and like 20 bucks for the like limited edition stuff. So these fancy ones for Valentine's Day were a little bit more, but like the Madame ones were like 15. Every now and then they have some nails on sale too. Like I think, actually, they have like a Harry Potter collection right now. That's been out for a while. So that might be going on sale soon. So every now and then you can get a deal. Also, they don't have the full selection, but some of these nails are available at Ulta. Like the Madame ones. Those are available at Ulta. So I used to get those all the time, and then I would pay for them with like Ulta cash. The like cash back you get from being a Ulta member. This is where it gets kind of tricky because I'm using my non-dominant hand to try to do this. Such a pain. So anyway, all that to say on my rambling is going to a nail salon is a little bit out of my budget at the moment. So I try to do press-ons to get the look I want and the protection of my natural nail and the glamour and all that. Fun expression. Now obviously they're not as exciting as maybe some designs and like charms and things. Although they do, on Etsy, you can get, I'm going to use this to like get any gnarliness that's under my nail here. My nails are so short that there probably isn't much that we can get out of here, but just to see. What was I talking about? Bestie, I don't even remember. Anyway. Oh, on Etsy, you can see like some nail techs are selling on Etsy kind of the same. They have their press-ons and they're like they're very fancy. They're like the thick acrylic and what is that? I think that was a bit of fuzz, but it's pretty cool. Sorry, I just gotta get one bit of cuticle back a little bit. So you can get kind of the really fancy nails if you would like. So I was checking them out on Etsy because we love to support a small business. I'm gonna reach into, I have a bunch of stuff from previous, oh, I had an old nail glue. This is probably expired. Cuticle trimmer. I have other pushes in here. Yeah. Anyway. So this is how I do my nails personally. Oh, what I was talking about with the Etsy one, there was one that I picked out and I might treat myself to them at another time, but they look like a koi fish pond with like lily pads and the little koi fish. They're a little bit longer than what I typically go for. Like these will go a little bit past my fingertips. I have a dog and he's a puppy and he's in training. So every now and then I have to do a oblique grab at his harness because he'll like try to run after something. Sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. I don't know if you really want to see me trimming my cuticles because that's kind of gnarly, but whatever. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I try to have a shorter style. So between the Glamnetic, the other set of press-ons that I get from like a store, like a brick and mortar store, is the Kiss, but the acrylic specifically. I've had issues with other Kiss nails not in their acrylic line, and they will split because they're thinner. That's why they're less expensive, but they're less expensive and they split. And I've had that issue with Static Nails before. Static Nails is another kind of viral internet brand. I've had issues with their nails splitting, so I don't get those personally. Other people might have had better luck, but personally, of the press-ons that are more mainstream, if you will, the best ones I've had luck with are these ones from Glamnetic, and I also like their glue the best. Brush-on glue from Kiss is not very good. The little pink tube like this that comes with Kiss nails is extremely good, but their brush-on glue, respectfully, is not an icon. She's not the moment. And no gorge. In the words of Violet Chachki, no gorge. That was a Drag Race reference for all of my Drag Race friends. My fan friends, if you will. I've actually never seen a full season of RuPaul's Drag Race. I always just catch the pit stop highlights. Okay, that's as good as that's gonna get. I usually trim back my cuticles pretty regularly because otherwise I will pick at them and it's bad. So for my next trick, before I get into buffing my natural nail and wiping them off with the alcohol wipe, I'm going to size the nails. And this might be a bit of a journey. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there's so many more nails than I thought there would be. So first things first, I have to find the absolute smallest one because in every single press-on nail company, my pinky is always the smallest one. So what size is this? Oh my god, I can't even read the sizing. Let's see. 14? Yeah, that's gonna be. So that's my pinky. Is this also 14? I would hope so. No, that's 13. This is where stuff gets a little tricky. 14. What I will say is the nails don't get super big. So if you have really wide nail beds, that's size 0. So if you have very wide nail beds, that's not good. This probably won't work for you. It's not very like drag friendly, Glamnetic. This is size 2. That's a little big, but it would work. And that's size 1. This is size 1. That's size 2. Ooh, this must be size 3. Okay. 3 might work a little bit better. Yeah. You'd have to really press it. Yeah, size 3. Okay, cool. So size 3 is for my thumb. Great. Okay, and now this is where stuff can get a little bit more tiresome. Let's see, let's start with some of these. Size 7 is on the bigger side. That might be good for like my middle finger. Yeah, size 7, okay. So size 7, is it the same top and bottom? That would be so convenient. Oh my god, it is. That's so great. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since I've had a Glamnetic set, so I forget how they lay it out. Because Kiss doesn't do it. It's just like random different ones, and then you have to find it in the stack. And that can be really annoying. Let's see. So this must be size 8. No. Let's see. Oh no, this is also size 8. Is that just like a different option? I guess so. That's kind of nice. They give multiple options in the same size. Girl, how many size 8s are you giving me? It's a little confusing, but that's good. That's a good size. So maybe I just like don't know how to read, which is very possible. It is very possible that I don't know how to read. So then, no, that's too big. Okay, these are gonna be too big. That's probably size 4 if I had to guess. So, let's see. This is size 10. This might be a little small for, well, that actually fits pretty well. That's gonna be like our biggest nail that's left. The rest of these are pretty small. Okay. Well, that's great. So now we have them all picked out and we can get into the actual application at long last. Well, almost. Gotta buff the nail first. So they always recommend that you buff your natural nail first to get some like kind of grooves and a little bit of texture, because that will make things adhere a lot better. So that's what we're gonna do. So anybody who's ever raised a puppy from the time they're very young to the time they're an adult, could you offer words of support? Because right now, girl, I need some support, because Toby, for those of you who are new here, Toby is my German Shepherd. He will be, girl, he might be 7 months today, actually. So he's going through a like teenage rebellion, like I know the commands, I just don't want to do them phase. And girl, it's breaking my spirit a little bit, to be totally honest with you. I'm like, oh my God. He's driving me a little batty. So if you've raised a dog, or maybe even humans or cats who go through a teenage phase where they just be trying you at every opportunity, let me know how you survive that and not totally lose it and become a mean person and get like mom rage, because it'd be that way a little bit. All right, and now we're gonna go in with the wipe. And the reason why you want to go in with an alcohol wipe before you do any kind of press-on nails or acrylic or any of that is because otherwise bacteria will get, you'll have bacteria under your press-on, and that's how you can get green nail and other adverse reactions. The bacteria will get trapped under there and grow, and it's really gnarly. I have had instances of not properly applying nails and getting green nail. It goes away, but it does like stain your nail, and it's kind of gnarly to look at. So I've had it where I removed my nail, the press-on nail, and had that, and I had to clean my nails off and then not wear nails for a hot second. Have that like kind of outgrow, buff it out, all that. And then I try to also get kind of around my nail too, just to make sure everything's really clean. All right, gorgeous. And kind of dab a little bit. All right, and now, at long last, we are ready to start applying nails. The moment we've all been waiting for. So I try to do about 2 layers of glue, just like a little bit. Not too much, because otherwise it'll ooze out the sides. But just enough to kind of forge the bond, if you will. Go in at an angle and push down. These might be a little crooked. It's been a hot minute since I've applied nails, but try to line it up before you push down, because once you make contact with the glue, bestie, it's a sealed deal. Then it will stay on until they either naturally pop off or you start removing them with press-on nail remover. So I try to hold this for a good while, a good like 30 seconds, just to make sure it's really on there. Hey, I actually got that on pretty straight. Oh my God, it's a Christmas miracle. Actually, I should say Valentine's Day miracle. All right. Gorgeous. So that is nail number 1. So I apply my nails in kind of a weird order. I do the first 3 nails on my non-dominant hand. And then I do, well, like pinky through middle finger on my non-dominant hand. Then I'll do pinky through middle finger on my dominant hand. And, sorry, this takes focus. Gorgeous. And then I'll do index on, you know, alternate hands, and then I end with my thumbs. I don't know why I do it this way. It's honestly kind of weird, but I don't know. Ever since I started doing press-on nails, that's just the way that I apply them. That's the order of operations that I do personally. But yeah, see, I already feel so much better and more confident with these nails on. I feel like my rings look better. I feel so pretty. Yay. So does anybody have fun plans for Valentine's Day? I don't know what me and Evan are gonna do. If you hear that groan, that's my dog. Speaking of Toby. I don't know what Evan and I are gonna do because we're both working on Valentine's Day, and he's the general manager of a garden center, and he works really long days. He works like 10-hour days, and I don't think he's going to want to like go out. We tend to not go out on Valentine's Day. We'll go like the weekend after, and then it's also less busy at a restaurant. So we tend to do that, but I'm going to get him a box of C's candies. He likes the nuts and chews. I like soft centers, and it's very funny that we are so opposite about that. That irony is not lost on me. I think it's very funny, personally. Freaking hilarious, I know. But, yeah. So I'm gonna do that, but I don't think we're gonna do anything. Probably the Saturday after we'll like go to the taqueria or something. Maybe we'll actually go out and get sushi. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so that's the first 3 nails. So now we're gonna go to the other hand. I'm sorry if this is chaotic the way I do it, but it's just the way I do it. Now, normally this process doesn't take me as long, but I'm yapping. We're having a good old-fashioned yap session, so anyway. Trying to replace the feel of a salon experience. But yeah, normally I'll have like music playing and just kind of take a moment for self-care, I guess. I don't really have like an extensive hair care or skincare routine, so when I do my nails, that's like my me time to like feel cute about myself, I guess. I used to do like a full face of makeup most days, but honestly, since the pandemic and working 100% remote, I do not do that anymore. So yeah, that used to be like my me time where I could feel cute and like all that, get myself all put together. But even now that I'm in like sweat clothes, my sweatsuit, you know, I can still feel a little glam with my nails done. At least there's that. Oops. Okay. But I really like these nails. They're pretty thick, which I actually like. Oh, another brand that I've had great success with is the Nailist. That's another one that real nail techs design and make the nails. So they do take a little longer to get to you, but they are not better, but they are more fancy designs. So there is that to consider too. And that's actually a Black-owned business, so if you want to support one and get your nails from a Black-owned business, that is one that is available to you. So far, so good. I'm actually amazed with how much I'm getting them on straight. I've famously had some pretty crooked nails in my YouTube videos, and I'm glad no one's called me out on it. But I've certainly, because sometimes I do get a little impatient, and I'm like, I just want to have the nails done. It's like, but it looks a little janky, bestie. So, that one's a little crooked. Oh well. Speaking of the crooked nail, I manifested that. I didn't manifest it, I did it. Sometimes I giggle at that. They're like, oh, I manifested this. I'm like, you just took the steps to make it happen. That's not manifesting. But I appreciate you. All my manifesting girlies. Actually, it's not too bad. I mean, it's also like I do have crooked fingers, so the arthritis, when I'm going to eventually get that, it's going to be crazy. Actually, how am I going to do this? Maybe I'll finish my dominant hand first. We'll do it a little differently. We're going to go off the script. We might lose the plot here. I don't know. We just might. Hopefully not, though. But you never know. It's really my index finger where the crooked nails happen because they do like bend. But yeah, arthritis runs in my family. My grandmother in particular has it so bad. Her fingers are wild. All, you know, but I say that respectfully, but her fingers do be rather crooked. So I assume that's in my future. Which is honestly a fairly common thing, so I'm not like nervous about it. She's funny. There was an old wives' tale, and I don't know if there's any science behind it, about rubbing banana peels on your arthritic fingers, and that like helps with the pain or something. So I remember being in her house in New Jersey in the summertime, and she just like this one day was rubbing banana peel on her fingers, and it was like, Grandma, what are you doing? I remember being like 8, and I'm like, Grandma, what are you doing? And she's like, well, I heard through the grapevine, you know, and like all of her sisters, she comes from a big family, so she has like, I don't know, 6 other siblings, most of them sisters, and they like get together and they'll be yapping. She was like, oh, Annadelle, which actually for me would be great Annadelle, but was telling me to rub banana peels on my fingers and that'll help with my arthritis. And I still to this day kind of think Annadelle was messing with her, but because, you know, teasing your siblings and messing with them lasts a lifetime. And that is one hand done. Isn't she glamorous? Love. Love. I don't know if she still does, but my grandmother would go to the nail salon and she would get little French acrylics. Even though she was retired, she was still glamorous. Well, she hadn't worked in a long time, but she is certainly glamorous. These last couple fingers are going to be hard because I haven't had longer nails in a hot second, so I'm like relearning how to operate. It's all right. So hopefully these last 2 are not going to be too crooked. I love these nails. They're so cute. Yeah, that's on pretty, that's on straight. Straight enough anyway. It's within margin. I say that all the time when I'm making stuff for my Etsy, because it can't be. Okay, so the tips are a little rough, so we are going to go back in with the nail buffer and smooth that out a little bit. They will naturally smoothen out too. As I like type and live my life with the nails, they will smoothen out. But they are a little sharp. I have scratched my boyfriend a couple times with having fresh nails, and I didn't and I didn't take the time. Are you getting a theme that I can be a little impatient? Remember, Amanda, this is me time. I'm supposed to have fun. All right, last nail. So yeah, definitely apply it at like an angle and kind of push into the cuticle and then press down. And that's kind of the best way to apply it so they stay on and you don't get as many air bubbles. Because once you get air bubbles, first of all, you'll see through it in this kind of natural looking nail. And also it can create lifting problems later in your manicure's life. Ugh. I was wondering if I'd get some glue. Actually did pretty well. Yeah, you can see a little bit of air bubble in there. But that is the manicure, besties. All the nails are on. Isn't she cute? Love. So we just applied that nail. So I'm gonna go in. And I'm still gonna kind of press down on the nail just to make sure I don't accidentally pop it off. After application, I'm not gonna like walk my dog or get my hands wet for like an hour or so, just to make sure the nail is real, the glue underneath is really truly fully dry. So that is my other tip to you, is if you start like doing stuff and you know, all that immediately afterwards, you can pop off a nail, and that's super irritating because you're like, damn, I just applied. But the good news is with this little haul, I'm not gonna have to buy nails again for a while because these will stay on. And I mean, sometimes they'll pop off and whatever, I'll have to reapply a nail every now and then. But these will stay on for a good week and a half, 2 weeks if you are not like working extensively with your hands. So they are really good for that. So they last for me a little bit longer than the kiss nails. The kiss nails, even the acrylic ones, will last me more like a week. So, but really your press-ons stay on. It's mostly in the nail glue. And that's why this Glamnetic one is, in my opinion, the best. Because it stays on. Thankfully. This set is so darn cute. It's very romantic and I enjoy that, which makes sense. It's part of the Valentine's Day collection. I don't know how long the Valentine's Day collection is gonna be going for, but it is, they mentioned on the website, it is their biggest collection that they've dropped. By the way, this video is not sponsored. I guess I should have said that at the beginning of the video. Not sponsored. Glamnetic doesn't know I exist. I just thought I'd show off what I got and do a little manicure and yap session. Why not? All right. Well, folks, oh my God, that is the nails. I think they're so cute. Again, if you were looking at getting this set, this is all-time love. So yeah, this is intended to be like kind of a wedding look, but that is the nails, friends, and the haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, just so you see what the other nails I got were. Yeah, it is all. These are the like almond shape, all of them. Anyway, that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, definitely be sure to subscribe. I'll maybe do some more nail videos in the future, who knows. If you guys like this content, let me know. Definitely subscribe. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll do a cute giveaway. once I reach that. So please stick around and I will see you next time. Goodbye.